All right, so far today, it's been absolutely gorgeous outside. Lots of sunshine. Right now, we're in those low to mid 60s out there. But by the time we get later on this afternoon, early evening hours, we're all topping out into the mid upper 70s. Probably see a few low 80s out there across the river valley by the time we get to this afternoon into the early evening hours. The one issue of this gorgeous Monday has been the strong winds, seeing those strong winds out there right now. Here's a look at that fire risk for today, elevated across northwest Arkansas, parts of the river valley, and most of eastern Oklahoma. You work further off towards the west, that's where that critical fire risk is. Once again, that's the last place we need that fire risk to be at that critical level this afternoon. Not only windy for today, but windy for tomorrow and Wednesday as well. So over the next several days, that fire risk is going to be at least elevated. Future wind gusts look like this throughout the rest of the afternoon into the evening hours. Again, the peak wind gusts, not sustained, but those peak winds right around 30 up to 40 miles per hour. Unfortunately, even though we have a brief lull late this evening, those winds pick up by the time we get to our Tuesday, and more than likely, they're going to be even stronger. We have that red flag warning across Benton and Washington County. We've had this since last week, or at least seen it since last week. So what does it mean? Well, those high winds, definitely the driving factor, but also the lower humidity and dry vegetation across parts of northwest Arkansas, leading to that elevated fire danger for today. Of course, that burn ban list hasn't been updated recently. A few counties still not deciding, hey, we don't need that burn ban just yet, but most of northwest Arkansas, most of the river valley included with that burn ban list, saying it is too dry, it is too windy to burn out there right now. Here's a look at those wind gusts for our Tuesday. Again, peaking anywhere between 40, maybe up to 50 miles per hour at its worst for tomorrow. Now, by the time we get to Wednesday, still windy outside, but those winds now coming down from the northwest along with that next cold front, that's going to drastically change our temperature by the time we get to Wednesday afternoon, dropping from the mid to upper 70s down to more than likely the 50s by the time we get to Wednesday afternoon. Something we're looking ahead at. This comes for the end of this upcoming weekend going into next week. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and eastern Oklahoma for a chance to see some severe weather. Obviously, lots of things are going to change before then, but just something we're keeping our eye on. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous out there today, tomorrow, lots of sunshine and nice and warm outside. Really, the only issue is the high winds that we have over the next several days. And by the time we get to Wednesday, yes, still windy outside, but big temperature difference by the time we get to Wednesday afternoon, taking about another 20-degree drop. Of course, that's going to come for our afternoon highs because of that cold front working itself in. It'll be cooler for our Thursday as well. I think by the time we get closer towards the end of the week into the weekend, we get warmer once again, but of course that comes with some strong winds and that storm chance by the end of the weekend. So overall, really the headline for this entire week and into the weekend, wind, like we talked about earlier.
The wind makes a big difference in the temperature, which I think over St. Patrick's Day weekend, I was kind of expecting it to be, saw it was going to be 60s, but the wind really made it pretty cool outside.
Yeah, it was chilly this weekend, warmer for today, but that wind's just tough at some points.
It's been sticking around. All right.